Hi all, welcome to my channel Semper Astra. My name is Maggie and usually in my videos I talk about topics related to blindness. However, one of my hobbies is testing fragrances, wearing fragrances and also recommending my favorite perfume discoveries to others. And this is why in today's video I would love to share with you my thoughts on Freedom Musk Santal 34 Eau de Parfum by Kayali. Freedom Musk Santal 34 was released to the market in November 2025 and it was created by perfumer Hamid Merati Kashani. Number 34 that can be found at the end of the name of this fragrance indicates that Mona Katan, who is a founder and the owner of Kayali brand and her team, tested 34 proposed perfume notes compositions and they decided that the last proposed composition is the most ideal composition for this particular scent. It is also important to mention that Freedom Musk Santal 34 belongs to Freedom Musk collection, and the aim of Freedom Musk collection is to celebrate and present the beauty and complexity of the musk note in composition with many other perfume notes. If I were to summarize my thoughts on Freedom Musk Santal 34 in one sentence, I would love to say that it is an ideal choice for everyone who loves to feel more confident, more positive, more energized thanks to the fragrance. And also it is a perfect choice for everyone who would like to feel more relaxed and more calm in their daily life. And for sure, this scent has very calming and very relaxing properties. I also strongly believe that it is a perfect choice for all of us who are searching for our signature scent. The top notes in Freedom Musk Santal 34 are the note of mandarin, bergamot and pink pepper. And in my own personal experience, the note of mandarin is very vivid and very easily noticeable as an individual note for an hour after we apply this fragrance. And after an hour, it is still noticeable, but more as a mandarin aura, which beautifully complements all of other notes in this composition. Thanks to the note of mandarin, in my opinion, this fragrance is very fresh, very energizing, very juicy and sweet, with the sweetness which is very characteristic for citruses. When describing the note of bergamot, I would like to mention that in my opinion, this note is not very easily noticeable as an individual note, even just after we apply the fragrance, but it is highlighting the freshness, juiciness and sweetness of mandarin. And what is more, it is beautifully balanced against more deep, complex and rich notes which are found in the base of this fragrance. And thanks to this fragrance is beautifully rounded and beautifully balanced as a whole. The note of sparkling pink pepper, in my opinion, is not at all noticeable here as an individual note, but I feel that it gives the scent the feel of richness and complexity. In the heart of this fragrance, we have notes of sweet freesia, soft lily and lavender. And it is very important to emphasize that none of these notes is the main protagonist in the heart notes. They are all creating beautiful flowery bouquet, and this bouquet is giving whole composition very elegant, gentle, fresh with the flowery freshness and airy with the flowery airiness properties. It feels very multifaceted and very, we could say, complex in a very beautiful, positive way. Before I move to discussing the bass notes, I just wanted to mention that although the note of lavender is not noticeable as an individual note, we can still benefit from calming and relaxing properties of lavender because they are definitely noticeable in this fragrance and they are definitely present here. Personally, I'm not a big fan of lavender, so I'm very happy about the fact that this note is not very noticeable as an individual note. In the base of this fragrance, we have the note of musk, note of vetiver, sandalwood, candied amber, and also the signature accord of Kayali. And I will start discussing these notes by describing the note of musk. So the musk in this fragrance is very fresh, very clean, very modern. It is blending beautifully this composition with the scent of our own skin, and it is complementing the scent of our own skin. And it is also beautifully composed with the note of vetiver. And note of vetiver, depending on the composition, can be experienced in many different ways. But in this particular composition, the most noticeable characteristics of vetiver are freshness and cleanliness. And also, I would say, kind of clean brightness, which is giving this fragrance very clean and fresh vibes, which is also emphasized and highlighted by the note of musk. The note of sandalwood in this fragrance is very deep, rich, warm, and multifaceted. And thanks to this note, when applying this fragrance, we feel hugged by these very warm, woody vibes. This note is also beautifully complementing the note of candied amber. The note of amber in itself has characteristics of woody notes, resin notes, and also it has characteristics of balsamic notes, and also it has a lot of sweet vibes. And thanks to the fact that in this fragrance the amber is candied, the sweetness of amber is highlighted, and it is beautifully complementing all other sweet notes in this fragrance. But also the woody characteristics of ambers are beautifully blending with the sandalwood, which is another big protagonist in this fragrance. The final note that I would like to discuss is signature Kayali accord. The purpose of signature Kayali accord is to give all of the Kayali fragrances a common ground. So Kayali brand is offering us a wide variety of beautiful scents, which are very different, all very unique, but they all have this unique note in common. This note is a note which is created in laboratory. It has sweet characteristics, warm characteristics, and also woody characteristics. And as you can tell, these all characteristics present in the Kayali accord are corresponding with the main characteristics of this particular composition. Thanks to this, the composition is highlighted, but also the Kayali accord is creating beautiful bracket, which is kind of summarizing and embracing whole composition. Talking about the lasting power of this fragrance, I believe that it is good slash very good. On my skin, it lasts about 4, 5, 3, 6, even to 7 hours, but it all depends on the temperature, weather, and also on whether our skin is well moisturized and whether we drink a lot of water. I find that more water I drink, then more lasting the fragrances are on my skin. In terms of the projection, for the first 4, 5, 6 hours, this fragrance is experienced at, I would say, more than the arm's length. And after several hours, it becomes more of the personal scent, but it can be still enjoyed by us. I believe that it is a perfect choice for daily use because it is not a polarizing scent. I don't believe that it would disturb anybody. It is very easy to reach for, very pleasant, very calming, very energizing, but in a calming way. I believe that it is perfect choice for all daily occasions, including work. And it is a unique unisex scent. I also believe that this scent is appropriate for people of all ages. And I strongly recommend it for people who are looking currently for daily signature scent. I have to say that Kayali brand is so far one of my favorite brands on the market, and so far Freedom Musk Santal 34 is one of my favorite scents from this brand, and this is why I recommend it so much. Thank you very much for watching this review today, and I invite you warmly to watching my future reviews. Thank you very much again, and see you soon. Bye bye.